welcome to episode 9, season 3 of Girl You Know What, the podcast. I am your host, Tahir.
And I'm Keisha.
And so we took last week off. I had a real busy weekend, like it was crazy.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So
we tried.
We were like, okay.
Life be lifing. I be telling y'all that. Life be lifing.
Girl. I mean, because we normally record on Saturday, like late morning. Mm-hmm. And I was gone like all day Saturday, so that wasn't going to work with me. And then Sunday.
Yeah. And I feel like I had a house full of people.
Yeah. So
I feel like on Saturday and Sunday, it just didn't work out.
Yeah, so that's why we couldn't really do nothing on Sunday. And then,
we was going to try Monday, because Monday was an off day, right?
Yeah.
Was that Christopher Columbus?
No, not this week. That was last week. We recorded.
You see how we losing the weeks? You see how that's happening?
I mean, they all just run together. You know what I mean?
My God.
Yeah. So I was just like, so Monday, like halfway through the work day, I was just like,
let's skip it.
Yeah, let's just skip this week.
Because we had every intention like Monday afternoon, and I swear when you said let's skip it, I was like, thank you, Jesus.
Yeah. I was just like, I can't do it today.
God, we need a break. And I kept trying to like throw hints like, maybe we just need a break.
Yeah, and I could tell you were doing that too. And I was just like, no, I want to get this season over with. I just want to go. We got 2 more episodes.
I was trying to say it without saying I'm motherfucking tired. I'm tired.
Girl, just say it because
I was like, and I think that was a time when I was not getting any sleep. Mm-hmm. I think I've said this here. Life is like doing a lot of transition for me. And my grandmother is just rapidly aging. It happens faster. Yeah. It's coming faster than I expected it to come.
Right.
And so every day it's like I'm a firefighter. So I needed a break too.
Yeah. And and that's perfectly fine. Yeah, I mean, it's just like, like you said, it's just always something going on. Life be lifing, and that's just, I mean, it is what it is,
And it just is what it is, and you gotta just deal with it,
Yeah.
Keep a level head and stay calm, but I try to take breaks when I can.
Oh yeah, you have to. Mainly just not for anything, not only your mental but your physical as well. Because
I mean, the physical exercises that I do twice a week with that is probably the best thing that's going on right now. But I tell her every time we work out, like, girl, listen, this is the best part of my life.
Listen, this did it for me, girl.
This moment. It's the only thing I do, like, and I push myself, like, it's the thing that really feels the best to me right now.
Yeah.
So,
well, that's good.
It just,
we got to find our positivity somewhere, because girl,
life like my grandmother always say, life is a ball game.
It is. I mean,
it's a whole song. I think that's a song. Life is a ball game. You got to play it fair. Something. She made me look it up before. Yeah.
Girl.
Well, all right.
Well, let's go.
So last week we said we were going to talk. Oh no. First, you said Ice Cube.
Yeah. So, okay. So for people
what's going on with Ice Cube?
Okay. So Ice Cube, him and his business partner, I can't remember his name. That's irrelevant to all this when I get into it. But they run and have been running for about the past maybe 5-6 years, maybe, the Big Three League. And what the Big Three League is, it's former NBA players or players that played overseas or whatever. When they're retired, they come and they play 3-on-3 basketball. And it's just like, like you playing 3-on-3 in your backyard. You know what I'm saying? Like how we used to play 3-on-3 back, or how you play 3-on-3, whatever. It's really no NBA rules. It's just you're just playing.
His name is Jeff It's at Quintenzi. I think he's. I'm not being racist when I say this. I think he's a Jewish man.
Okay.
By the spelling of his last name.
Okay. Yeah.
Ice Cube and Jeff.
Ice Cube and Jeff.
Go with that.
Yeah. So they own and run this league, and I've watched a few games because they do televise some games every now and then, and I really like it. Yeah. So for some reason
they have a whole tournament, like they show it on TV.
Yeah, and they have he actually and then it's like also like former players are also coaches too.
Clyde Drexler is the commissioner.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. Yeah, so and I think they finally, I think like last year, the year before, they got their first female coach. And
Oh, okay.
yeah, and I can't remember who she is or whatever, but but anyway, I just wanted to give a little background on what that league is. So it's real cute. I mean, you got like Corey Maggette playing in, and I think he coaches well. You got
Hmm.
Al Harrington, Jermaine O'Neal, so all these players that basically we grew up watching.
Right.
Now they're in the league and whatever. When the NBA was real, let's just put it like that. So, I mean, because now it's just a bunch of divas, crybabies. So, anyway, but that's a whole
Oh
nother
my God, that's
topic.
happening to sports,
Sports,
but
period. And that's why I don't get into it anymore, really. But I do follow what's going on. And everybody who knows me knows I love Ice Cube. He's like one of my favorite, not only favorite rappers, but just favorite people.
right.
So, anyway, he put out a statement basically saying that the NBA is trying to destroy his Big Three league. And I was just like, I mean, not saying that I didn't believe, what he was saying or anything like that, but I was like, what would they have to do with the Big Three league? Because these are players who obviously, even if they still could be playing in the NBA doesn't want them, so they retired. They're no longer in the
Hmm.
league.
Right.
So it's almost like for him saying that they're trying to destroy this league, it's just like, okay, what is the purpose? So I was trying to find more information on what he was saying, and I couldn't really find anything. It was just, so I'm going to put my take on it and just see like why I think that is. And I think it is because this is giving after okay, sports in general, I have a huge problem with, especially when it comes to I know it's entertainment for us, but when you look
Right.
at how what they have to go through and how they have to train their bodies and things like that and how they're viewed, especially football. I think football is the worst. We talked about that like with the combines and everything like that, where they're almost put like on a slave block. That's what it looks like. And so I feel like these commissioners and the people who run these professional leagues, and we're just going to talk about basketball right now because that's what we're talking about, the
Hmm.
NBA. I think that they have this sense of we own you, and we're also going to own you after you play, regardless if you made an impact in the league, regardless if we have no use for you anymore. You were an NBA player, so you go into this other league. Like they tried to when Stephon Marbury, when he had his issues and he was going through some things,
Right.
dude left the NBA altogether, went to China and became a superstar.
So yes, he is.
And
Yes.
he's still, and
Yes.
even though he retired from playing, now he's a coach over there, and he is
Yep.
doing phenomenal. And they tried to
Hmm.
have an issue with that, and when they were still trying to talk about how he was crazy and all this other stuff, and why would
Hmm.
you go to
Yep.
China? Yeah, so it's just like I just think that they have a problem when they see their former property, because that's what we're going to call it, their property being happy and being in another league or whatever. So you have this
When they can't control you,
when they can't control you, and that's what I really feel like
they
it's
don't have
about.
any control anymore.
That's what it is. And you have this league that is getting popularity, and it's just like, I mean, it's another form of entertainment. So how can you
Hmm.
sit up here and try to, and I don't, like I said, I don't know what the background, of course, everything is like that for Ice Cube truly saying that, because I really couldn't find any information on it. But
So this is what he said. This is
okay,
what Ice Cube said. The NBA has not been the nicest to the big three.
see,
Of course, publicly they say all the right words, but we know privately there's things being done behind the scenes with sponsors, broadcasters, blah blah blah. It did tarnish my fandom a little bit. So he goes on to say that he doesn't believe that the NBA should be threatened by the big three.
and that's my
Instead, they
point.
should see it as a complementary league
Mm-hmm.
because most of the players in the 3-on-3 in the big three are former NBA players.
Right.
So let's see what it says. Adam Silver, of course, he hasn't responded to the claims
Mm-hmm.
that Ice Cube has made, which I'm sure Ice Cube, see, I'm trying to choose my words wisely. Um, because I know people will be like, she's racist.
uh,
Um, white men who have power
mm-hmm.
tend to believe, especially even though the commissioner of the NBA is seen as a bit more liberal than Roger Goodell,
Mm-hmm.
um, we've never really seen situations like this in the NBA.
Right.
But white men in power are white men in power, period.
Mm-hmm.
And you're not gonna get me to believe any of them vote Democrat.
No,
I don't care
no.
what they say.
No.
Um, so I just think that they're going to pretend like they're complimentary to the browns and the blacks. That's how they're going to act. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure, like he said, behind closed doors to the advertisers, they have made disparaging comments about the big three.
Mm-hmm.
But what they fail to understand, like you said, you are a big fan of Ice Cubes.
Mm-hmm.
People love Ice Cube.
Mm-hmm.
And if we really think about it, the people who are doing all the booming advertisement, they're not 70 and 60-year-old men. They're probably 40,
Mm-hmm.
45.
Mm-hmm.
So they grew up on NWA. They grew up listening to real rap music. Think about what's his name? Mark Cuban. Is I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying his name right?
Yeah.
Those kind of white guys are in power now at
Mm-hmm.
advertising firms and stuff like that. So they're going to go back and tell him whatever it was you said about him.
Oh yeah.
He did not pull this revelation out of his ass.
No.
Somebody has told him what you said about him, Adam.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's his name. Adam Silver. Is that his name?
Yeah. Yeah. The commissioner. Yeah.
Somebody has told Ice Cube the comments that you made about him.
Oh yeah. Easily.
And you probably thought because you were in front of another white guy that you were safe.
Yeah.
And that you could say whatever you wanted to say.
Mm-hmm.
But it don't always work like that.
And now that you bring that up about the sponsors and everything like that, because that makes perfect sense. Do you think because now the NBA, every team is sponsored by someone that they feel like it's going to interfere with like the big three
Absolutely.
coming? Okay, yeah. So
I'm gonna
that's
tell
what it
y'all
is.
this to the motherfucking cows come home. I'm gonna stand on this hill, and I hate to even say this part and die. They only give a fuck about money.
Mm-hmm.
They don't care nothing about you as a human being.
No.
This is the biggest oxymoron with this country. This country is a capitalist country. In order for capitalism to work effectively, you need people to work in your companies.
Mm-hmm.
The fucked up part about the brain of these people is you need people to work in your company, but you don't want to pay the people to work in your company. And then you sponsor food and drug, do all this food. And when I say drug, I don't mean cocaine. I mean
Right.
pills.
Mm-hmm.
You sponsor and feed into all these companies that don't do shit but make people sicker. You don't care about clean air. You don't care about fresh water. You don't care about heavy metals. You don't care about anything that would keep your workforce healthy
Right.
to make you more money.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
Instead, you just let the people get sick and don't give a damn.
Mm-mm. They don't care.
But you still want them to work and you still want to be capitalist. It's not gonna work.
Mm-mm. Can't work that way.
Y'all
Not together.
poisoning people with water and food and all kind of bullshit, and you still want healthy workers. I don't know where that. It's like a fucked up hamster wheel.
It is because all they're thinking about is money. And let's say this, and I've talked about this on the show as well. Say people get sick or whatever, and unfortunately, when you get real sick, people pass away or get
Uh-huh.
too sick to work. They're just going to come in and replace you. So it's just going to be like you said, it's a hamster wheel. It's a never ending cycle. But at the end of the day, it's just about getting people in there to make them money. It's about
And
the
the
money.
recession and the recession is nothing. It's like a game of chicken.
Mm-hmm.
Because let's be clear, the companies are short staffed.
Yeah, definitely.
People are not. I don't necessarily know if I now. I don't want to say that. I don't want to say people are not going back to work.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes, but no, people are not working.
No.
A prime example: we just took Nana's car to get it fixed. Thursday,
Mm-hmm.
we had an appointment at 1 o'clock. Wow. So first you had to make the appointment. The appointment was made on Tuesday. When we went over there to make the appointment, literally while they were in there, the guys on the phone like, oh, so and so didn't come in today. So and so called off. Okay, that's two workers right there who just didn't come to work.
Right.
Then it comes time for the appointment on Thursday. 1 o'clock is the appointment. They didn't get finished. It didn't take them no time now.
Right.
They didn't get to the car until 3.
See.
They didn't get finished until it was 5 something.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, my grandmother's like, oh, dang, oh, we gotta get the car. I said, first of all, don't let them make you feel like you gotta rush. We just waited on them all day.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
We just waited on them all day long.
Mm-hmm.
And I say that to say, like, people really are not working at these places. The skilled laborers and shit, like, the people are really short staffed.
Yeah.
And I really feel like companies are raising prices to the point where they feel like they're going to force their hand and force people to come back to work. That's what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to force you into a situation. I mean, somebody who I know who's not working, who hasn't been working, honestly is damn near at retirement age, if I'm not mistaken, was like, oh, I'm thinking about going back to work and getting a job. Like, this is the situation that it's put people in.
Yeah.
And it's like, they're doing this because what you heard the chairman of the Fed say it. We gonna keep raising the interest rate. They want you to buckle under the pressure.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he openly said that.
Yeah.
But all this shit is about money.
That's what it is at the end
they
of the day.
They don't care about your well-being. People be standing in front of the White House protesting and standing in front of all these places marching and shit like that for, oh, you putting fossil fuels into the air and gas and all that shit. They don't give a damn.
Mm-hmm.
You think they care? You think the federal government doesn't have the authority to fix the people's pipes in Jackson?
Oh, please. Please.
You think they don't know that they're granting money to the state of Mississippi and that the governor is refusing to give the money to the city of Jackson?
Mm-hmm.
And if we see, I don't want to call it fraud, but if we see this level of corruption, are you telling me that the federal government has no checks and balances in place where they can step in on behalf of a municipality who they see is being basically starved of a basic necessity?
Yeah.
They have no authority?
I mean, because they can find money, to bail out billion-dollar companies and banks and things like that, but you can't find the money.
And if this is what sovereignty of government is, if this is what sovereignty of states has become, we need to then we have a whole different conversation that we need to have.
Yeah, seriously.
Because we'll never get racism out the fabric of this country.
No.
Ever. If that white man in Mississippi is allowed to do what he is doing to the city of Jackson, all because Jackson is white, it's black, and the white people flighted out of there.
Oh, yeah.
And so you're telling me that this is okay? I mean,
it's ridiculous.
It's all about the money.
It is.
The fact that people are okay with the shit that Brett Favre did, but we gonna keep bringing up Deshaun Watson. I got a problem with that. Mississippi is the poorest state.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's crazy.
It just,
yeah. And then the thing, and another issue that I have with the whole thing, not only the money, but let's say these players, when they get done, and me being an athlete, I wasn't a serious athlete, but I played sports growing up. Pardon? And I know that when...
Did you just say you weren't a serious athlete?
Yeah, I mean,
Okay, so what constitutes a serious
well,
athlete?
I'm
I'd like
no.
to know.
What I'm saying is like what I think constitutes a serious athlete is someone who. Now I took it seriously, but I think it's someone who can see themselves like when they're in middle school and
Did you
elementary.
play basketball in middle school?
Yeah,
Did you play basketball in high school?
yeah.
Did you play basketball at Columbus State?
No, I played. No, I've hurt myself, so I wasn't able to.
Okay,
I went to the
so I
conditioning.
think 7 years constitutes a serious athlete.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is like if yeah, you're right. You're right.
I
But
don't like the way we try to diminish ourselves.
I
Don't do that.
know, I know, I know, and I'm now that you're saying it out loud, I'm thinking I get what you're
I'm just like, well,
saying.
what constitutes serious?
Yeah,
Damn,
but I'm talking about
7 years
someone.
of your childhood is a lot.
Yeah, and it was longer than that because I played, since like the age of 4 or 5. But
Oh my
anyway,
God, I can't even. Go on.
but what I'm saying is someone who is getting all this attention and everything like that, and then they most likely, like, to me, someone like on a LeBron James level, where at a young age he was like destined and we knew that he was going to be this phenomenon, and he was going to, someone who's anticipating on playing professionally. That's what I'm getting to. So you spend all these years, and this could be any sport. You spend all these years playing. Your heart is in it. This is all you know. You've gone to college because of this. You've gone straight. You made millions of dollars because of this sport. And then once it's over, it's a huge slap in the face. And
Yeah.
back to me, like when I knew my playing basketball career was over, when I went to go try out for a community college team and I got hurt,
Right.
I was just like, okay, I'm not doing this no more. I'm not putting my body
Right.
through this anymore.
hmm
It was devastating. It was
Yeah.
just like, dang, like I could have, possibly went on to a 4-year college, and everything like that. But it's just like once your career is over and you realize that, it's a huge thing. So these players have something to look forward to, the ones who are in this league. But on the opposite side, you have players who get into all this trouble after they retire, and they lose their money, and they don't really have anything to look forward to. They don't have any business ventures or nothing like that, and they
Yeah.
get in trouble. But that's also another form of capitalism because now you can talk about them. You can say, you can have them on the news. You can have documentaries on them and where they went down and everything like that. So it all comes back to money. That's just
Yeah.
basically what it is. So
Yeah, but I think Adam is just mad because he can't control them.
that's what it is. It's all, at the end of the day, control and money. What controls people, especially when you come from somewhere where they're just throwing millions and billions of dollars at people, pretty much, they can
Right.
become if you do right with your money, you can become a billionaire being a professional athlete. So yeah, but yeah, so I just really wanted to, and I'm glad that you gave more context and information, because like I said, I was just going to take it from what I thought was going on, but I'm glad that you found the article and was able to give more into it, girl. So, well, let's move on. Let's move on to the topic at hand. And this is one that I took.
Icons.
Yeah, I took a few notes on, but I was like, no, we're just going to go because,
I didn't.
because it's just like,
I kept telling myself I was, but I said no.
Yeah.
Let's go for what we know.
my first two, let me see, 3 letters that I wrote down were Rihanna and J-Lo, no. Because they've been awarded Icon Awards. And
Oh Jesus!
and let me say this.
I
People,
think Rihanna is more of a businesswoman.
there you go.
She's a good businesswoman. She took a talent where she knew she could make some money,
Mm-hmm.
and she flipped it into more money.
Exactly.
So she's not necessarily an icon where music is concerned,
Right.
but she's iconic in the world of business and fashion.
Definitely. From where she
So I
came
think
from and
that's
what
her
she's doing.
true.
Yeah.
That's her true calling and her true gift.
Yeah, from being a R&B and pop star to and starting out at a young age too, from that to becoming this business mogul
To
icon.
being
that
a
she is.
mogul,
Yeah.
$1 billion
A
mogul. Am I
billion
correct?
dollar mogul. Yes.
We pushing 50 like man. Nah, this shit got legitimate.
That's it. That's it right there. And the reason, it's no shade to them, because, and even let me talk about J-Lo. people know I have a love hate relationship with J-Lo. It's because I do think she's overrated when it comes to music, and I don't like the
Well,
way
she
that
can't sing that
she
great.
can't sing at
She
all.
has good. Irv Gotti did her justice.
Oh yeah.
When she was with Murder Inc. or
Mm-hmm.
let Murder Inc. do her music,
Yeah, let her lip
you
sync.
know,
Let her lip sync over Ashanti. Yeah.
yes, like she was popping. She can
Yeah.
dress good.
She can dress good. And let
She's
me
a
say
good
that
actress.
that's where I was going. Music wise, hell no.
No, come on,
But I'll
no.
give her acting because she has an iconic role, Selena. That's iconic right there. So
Oh yeah,
we can
you
give
can't
her
take that
that.
from
You
her.
can't take that from her. She played the hell out of that Selena role.
To the point where people treat her like she's Selena. Shit, they
Exactly.
be posting her pictures like
And I think
that
that's
ain't
where it came
Selena,
from.
y'all.
That ain't
That's
her. That
J
ain't
Lo.
that. Don't do Selena like that. Don't
That's
ever
J
in
Lo.
your life do Selena like that. And don't do J Lo like that because J Lo has carved her own niche. You know what I'm saying? She's carved
Yeah.
her own path. But yeah, don't do them like that. They're two separate
Your
people.
ass said I wrote Rihanna J Lo. No.
Yeah, because they both have on these award shows, which just they have named them, they have given them icon awards, and I'm just like, y'all doing too
No,
much, and
they're
it's
not.
music related. That's the thing that I'm
Not
getting
in
to.
music. Not in
No,
music.
not in music. No,
Mm-mm.
otherwise, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me ask you, what do
Uh
you
oh.
believe defines an icon? And we're just talking about music right now, just musical icons.
So if we're talking about musical icons. A musical icon is someone who has you have to affect the whole culture. And I think affect a culture of music, meaning black, white, brown, like because we're only talking about are we talking about women only, right?
Um,
Because it was brought up about Sierra. Like that's how this
mhm.
whole
Yeah, that's where we'll focus on the women because there are some male icons as well,
oh, of course.
but we'll
And I think
focus.
they're pretty easy to name, you
Yeah,
know.
definitely.
But the women, it gets a little like
Yeah, let's focus on the women.
so. And I know, and I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna get it out the way because you're gonna be mad, and I know you're gonna be mad because you don't like her, and I know she say some stuff that ain't right. But y'all, and I'm only saying her name because other singers say her name.
Right.
Other singers reference her as iconic.
Mm-hmm.
Other singers talk about her vocal ability. So we're going to spit it out there and we're going to move on. Kim Burrell is an icon
Oh yeah. Oh, hands down.
because because so Kim Burrell is already an icon to the people in the gospel. Like we know Kim Burrell.
Exactly.
But when I started to hear Justin Timberlake say, I was thinking like, boy, what you know about Kim Burrell?
Like how you
But
know about
like
Kimberell?
when other singers from other genres of music ask you who when you ask them who are the great singers in their eyes
Mm-hmm.
and they say your name, I mean she may have some questionable, you know, statements that she's made,
Mm-hmm.
but she is iconic when
She
it comes to
is.
that vocal ability, baby. We can't deny that.
And the sidebar real quick, I think that's why, and I know I can speak for myself. That's why, and I believe a lot of people get so disappointed with her because she is in
Right.
that icon status,
Uh-huh.
and it's just like,
Yes.
girl. But anyway, go
Yes.
ahead.
Of course. So I'm gonna start as far back as my brain can
Mm-hmm.
allow me to go.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I'm not gonna stick in gospel
Oh yeah.
because we know the greats. We know
Mm-hmm.
like Mahalia. We know like the Clark sisters. Like
Mm-hmm.
those people are like iconic. You know, they did stuff like ain't no way no gospel group was performing on no Grammys back in no 80s. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
stuff like that. So we know, and the Clark sisters still singing to this day.
Right.
Still riffs and dips and you know
Stuff that y'all just dream about doing.
exactly, and they do it right. A lot of
Exactly.
y'all doing it wrong. They do it right. So then we're gonna come forward with like Tina Turner.
Mm-hmm.
she is a person you say she's an icon because she's touched it all, like rock and roll, pop, like she's done it, all of it. And you couldn't dream of having a career that she had.
Right.
Back, and hold on, she did it back when it wasn't no streaming. See, now
that part, yeah, girl, go ahead.
That's when you were a real icon.
Yeah.
When you had to actually sell albums and go to do concerts to get money. And she did it, and she got it. Aretha.
Oh gosh, yes.
You don't even gotta say nothing after that.
All you gotta say is Retha. You ain't even gotta say Aretha, just Retha.
Retha.
With all due respect, of course, but that's Retha.
She is hands down. She is an icon and a diva.
I mean, she was a diva in death. I mean, costume changes at your funeral.
Listen.
That's enough right there.
When you come in a place with furs to the floor with your animal down to your ankle.
And you just drop it at the drop of a dime.
I'm just telling you, like, animal to the floor. Like,
baby.
Full lift.
Child.
Okay? They don't want none of her.
None of it.
Vocals unmatched. Of course, Patty.
Because you can't think of Aretha without thinking of Patty. I'm sorry. It's just like...
Absolutely not.
I mean, not only did they come up around the same time, but just the timelessness of them and their music. And I'm going to say
somebody who people, I'm going to say Gladys Knight.
Oh, definitely.
Gladys Knight and the Pips, they did their damn thing.
Listen.
And so did Gladys Knight.
Yes. Oh, she's definitely an icon. On that music. Yeah.
I got two honorable mentions when I say Gladys. Regina Belle and Stephanie Mills.
Listen.
Because they ain't never really, Regina Belle was a good R&B singer. And she has amazing vocals.
Yeah. We'll call them like our unsung artists, like the TV show Unsung, that is based on people who made a huge impact. I don't think she would
necessarily be considered an icon to people.
Yeah.
Stephanie Mills would be more of an icon probably to the people on Broadway because she did. I don't know if people know that she did The Wiz.
Yeah.
Like Diana Ross didn't do The Wiz on Broadway.
Yeah.
Stephanie Mills did that.
The Wiz was based off of the Broadway play The Wiz that Stephanie Mills played in.
And she kills Home. If you're listening to Diana Ross's version of Home, it's something wrong with you.
Yeah. Just Google Stephanie Mills Home and your life will change. Or YouTube it. That'd probably be quicker.
YouTube it, please. Because please don't be listening to that Diana Ross version. Please. No shade to Diana Ross.
No, because that was just for the movie.
She is an icon. She's definitely on the list.
Yeah.
The Supremes as a whole. But definitely Diana Ross, because Berry Gordy knew what he was doing.
Oh, yeah. He knew who to make the star. Let's keep it real.
Berry Gordy knew. And I'm not going to say that she didn't get the treatment because...
Oh, we know why
she got the treatment.
Yeah, we know why she got the treatment, girl. Yeah. We know what that was about.
I would never forget. I have watched, what's it called? Hitsville.
Yeah.
That Motown store.
Yeah.
Baby, I have watched that so many times. So I can recite that about as good as I can recite The Color Purple.
Baby.
Let me tell you something. When he said that day, when he tried to get her to sing that song, and she was like, I don't want to sing it, and this and that, and you can't make me do it. So then he's like, okay, well then I knew like I can't work with her no more. Because of course, men is controlling as hell.
Right.
Watch what he said. He was like, I can't work with her no more because I can't have an artist telling me what they not gonna do. He said, so now I'm doing some soul searching, like, oh my God, like I can't work with her. I'm gonna have to find somebody else. Like he in his head, like, what am I gonna do?
The monster he created.
In the distance, he said, I'm thinking I'm daydreaming, but I can hear what sounds like the song. Because they're on stage. He said, then I realized she is singing the song. He said she comes off the stage. He said, and I'm standing there and I'm thinking, shaking the girl's hands. What's the one name? Martha. Then what was the other one's name? Florence Valley. Right,
yeah, Mary and Florence. Yeah,
Mary and Florence. So he said, I'm shaking her hand. Oh, y'all did such a good job. That's so good. He said, Diana comes by And she just keep walking. And he's like, Diana, but wait. Da, da, da. And he said she stopped. And she was like, I did that for you.
Up.
And she said she kept going. And he said, oh, she did it for me.
See.
He did it. He was in love after that. That was it.
Mm-hmm.
He
That
said
was
that
it.
from that moment forward, that was his woman.
That was his woman right there, and
He
she
said
knew
because
it.
then he realized like, oh, she loved like, oh, she meant like she did that for me, like because she cared about me, because she loved me, not because she wanted to do it.
Mm-hmm.
They all was going together, but that's a whole nother
That's
topic.
a whole
We're gonna
weekend.
talk about Motown
Oh,
next
listen.
season
And I got an inside connect to Motown. He's my great uncle. So,
because
yeah.
baby, that's a whole
Child, I heard some stuff, baby. But
listen.
listen. Yeah,
The
we're going to have
stuff
to
that
do an
was going
episode
on
on
at
Motown.
Motown, it needs to be a movie.
Listen.
Because when I heard, was it Paul's wife
Uh-huh.
say, was it Florence or who came to her house? And she was like, she didn't come to my house. She came to a rental property we had looking for Paul. I
Yeah.
said, wait a minute.
I
So
mean,
many of y'all was going together at that place.
going together. And and they'll admit it too, because they said we were on these reviews together. They were traveling by bus
Yeah.
for, months at a time. So yeah, I mean,
Oh, that's gonna be we're gonna do a whole level of research on
oh,
Motown.
I can't wait. I can't wait.
That right there, a mess. So definitely the Supremes, Diana Ross.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna throw. Now this is back in our time. I guess I skipped a couple white ladies. Madonna.
Oh, hell yeah.
Madonna.
I mean,
And if we just being honest, Cyndi Lauper.
That's my
She
girl.
might kind of get an honorable mention.
Yeah, I think
But
that.
because Cyndi Lauper was in movies and stuff.
Yes, no, Cyndi Lauper's definitely an icon. Yeah, she's and she knows it. Yeah, so yeah, she's definitely an icon.
Who else?
Because she also had like looks too, because that goes in with it too. Like Cyndi Lauper was a look in herself, and so was Madonna. Madonna was one of those artists, even like Janet. Like every time they came out, like that's why they call their albums eras, because like Madonna had the Blonde Ambition, she had like things like that. She had the American Girl era, she had Breathless era, things like that. So yeah, so
when you just said Janet Jackson, let me tell you something. Janet is like, I think Janet is our icon.
Oh, for sure.
Because, I mean, it leaves me speechless to think about the greatness of Janet Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
And I say that because, and I'm going to be playing Janet Jackson all day. I say this because Whitney Houston was amazing.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Without question.
Mm-hmm. The voice. I mean, that's her. You could just say the voice, and you know who people are talking about.
And you know who we talking about.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like when people say Bishop. Who they talking about?
What's his name? Tag. Hold on. TD Jakes.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
You people just know. If you walk around and you say, "Oh yeah," because Bishop said. Who TD Jakes? I don't care who other bishop it is. If you say it, they're gonna say him. If you say the voice, people gonna say Whitney Houston.
Right.
Because people know who she is.
Mm-hmm.
But Janet, now, the Whitney Houston people don't crucify me, because I am a Whitney Houston diehard fan.
Oh yeah, hands down.
Nippy is my girl.
You listen.
And everything she did, I watched it, listened to it, put it on repeat, and watched it again. But she was kind of what we would call a one-trick pony.
Oh, yeah.
And what I mean by that is they dressed her up and they stood her on a mark and she just sang.
That was it.
She couldn't do anything else.
No. I mean, let's keep it real. She didn't write. She didn't produce. Right. She knew what her job was, and she went out there and did it well. Yes, that's it.
But Janet is everything. TV, dance, music.
Movies.
choreographer.
Producer,
She's
writer,
everything.
director.
And immediately when you said her name, everybody has a Janet Jackson moment that they go to, like that pops into their eye when you say Janet.
Oh,
Listen,
hands down.
I was fucking Janet for Halloween in fifth grade.
Yes, come on. And I know that was Rhythm Nation because I was too. Yes.
But let me tell you something. I had a wig. I found that 1814 pen at, was it Spencer's? Used to be in Northville
Yes.
Mall.
Yes. That's where you could get
I
it
had an
from.
1814 pen. I
Mm-hmm.
had black leggings with the lace at the bottom. My mama
Girl.
had that black express blazer, but it was like a long blazer. Remember, it looked like how I'm a riding, like if you rode horses.
Yeah.
Express used to make a blazer like that.
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking
I
about.
had
Yep.
that blazer on. I had my gloves and I had that earring. When I say you couldn't tell me shit,
Listen, you were Janet.
I'm gonna be clear with it. You couldn't tell me nothing in fifth grade at Halloween, and we had a Halloween parade
That
outside. We used to
parade.
walk.
Yes.
Everybody could see each other's costumes.
Uh-huh. Yep, I remember those parades.
Listen. So when I say Janet is my girl, the thing that pops into my head when you say Janet Jackson is Pleasure Principle. Because remember, she had like took a hiatus. What was before Principle of Pleasure? What was it? Control? What was before that?
No, Pleasure Principle was on Control, but that was the last single from the album. So it was
like a break.
Yeah, it was like months in between.
This hair.
Yeah.
Baby, when she came back with them bangs,
and
let
me interrupt real quick about Pleasure Principle because that is my favorite. It's not my favorite Janet Jackson song. It's one of them, but it's my favorite video because it was just her.
Hands down.
Yeah, listen, it was just her in the video. She didn't need any background dancers. She didn't need any lighting. It was her in a fucking warehouse apartment.
And if any of you bitches say you didn't almost break your neck trying to do that chair trick, bitch, you a lie. Girl. You can't be a kid. You can't be a girl in the 80s. And you didn't try to do that chair
You didn't
trick.
try to do that chair routine. Girl, I was trying to do the flips off of it and everything. I was just like, listen.
Big Mama done whoop my ass up many a day.
Listen,
about
girl,
that chair in her kitchen.
Why is this chair off track a little bit? What happened to the... I don't know, girl.
She knew when she heard that boom because my ass was trying to flip that chair down.
Baby.
Listen, y'all had to be trying it now. That shit was, that video was iconic.
Listen,
for real.
Definitely. Just that alone.
I feel like I want some bangs right now.
Bangs and that rap, girl. I mean, that rap, honey.
That's the original bang.
That's what it is.
Yes. The original bang.
And y'all didn't want any of her rap either because, I mean, that rap, every time she moved her head, that rap was like, foo-foo. It was just like, girl.
Janet is the ultimate icon.
Yes. I mean, and people think that I'm always trying to be funny when I reference her and stuff like that. No. And of course people will go to her vocals and everything like that. Janet will tell you straight up, I'm not a vocalist. I'm not a strong singer, but I'm going to give you a show. I'm going to...
Y'all let Toni Braxton whisper. Fuck?
But she whispers.
I mean, we ain't none of us gonna say no.
But Toni whispers sexily though, so that's what it is.
Let's wait a while. It's a sexy whisper.
Yes, listen. Down.
Don't talk for Janet now.
Child.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
I don't play about Janet either. I just don't be vocal about the stuff.
Oh, I will delete you if you say something crazy about Janet.
She's the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Who else?
Let's see.
Of course. Now, I'm a little partial to this one too. Mm-hmm. She's my favorite. It's Mariah.
Oh no, we're okay. Go ahead. Why are you partial?
I love her.
Yes, that's it. That's all you need to say.
Say this out loud.
Please do.
So I love Mariah Carey for. Okay, I love all her albums. Mm-hmm. Like, I mean, the songs were like the soundtrack of definitely were the soundtrack of my I Think I'm in Love life.
Listen, okay. I mean, just pick a song.
Gonna be honest. Let's be honest.
Okay.
It is the soundtrack of my high school I Think I'm in Love life.
Mm-hmm.
But baby, when that Butterfly album came out, and that Baby Doll song, I play that shit on repeat to this day.
Listen, people don't understand.
Baby Doll, and you don't play that, Listen, go to Mariah Carey's Butterfly album
Mm-hmm.
and go on and hit number 7. I
Come
think
on,
it's
come
7
on,
and
track
8.
number.
7 and 8. Go on and hit them things and let them,
Okay.
because first is breakdown.
Oh,
Break down with bone.
that changed the
And
game right there.
right after breakdown is Baby Doll.
Mm-hmm.
Listen. Oh Lord. Baby Doll.
Child. And and not only just her. I mean, she has 2 CDs full of number ones. That's it.
But the emancipation of Mimi.
Girl. When people were
I
trying
don't
to
know what you need after that.
you don't need nothing after that. I mean, nothing at all. And let's just say it. The thing about Mariah from the beginning, and this is where J-Lo comes in. She wrote her own music. She produced it. So, I mean, so
Hold
regardless of
on.
who's
No, no, no,
singing,
no, no. The most important difference. Mariah Carey can sing. Jennifer Lopez can't sing.
right? So Tommy Mottola giving her J-Lo songs didn't do nothing. I mean, giving J-Lo Mariah songs didn't do shit. Because Mariah still got paid at the end of the day. Nobody talks about that. But,
Man.
but yeah. So people wondering where the I don't know her
He
comes
was
from.
the hurt butt man.
Listen, that's all. He couldn't control. He couldn't control her anymore. That's it. She became a butterfly girl. She flew up out of there. Shit. But yeah, I mean,
Girl.
and people, anybody who knows me knows that. I mean, see, I've been a fan of Mariah. I remember when I first saw the Vision of Love video, and my aunts used to play that Vision of Love album all the time. And I think we were like maybe 10 or 11 when that album came out. But listen, just that whole album, child. And then that second album, 2 of my favorite songs are back to back on her second album, and that is Make It Happen and Can't Let Go. That's my favorite. Those are my 2 favorite Mariah songs, believe it or not, because Make It Happen is just such a positive, upbeat song. And it's just like, if you just really listen to it, she talks about her struggles, and it's just the lyrics of it are amazing. And of course she wrote it. And then Can't Let Go is just my favorite slow song of hers. It's probably my favorite song of hers of all time. And it's just the music is beautiful. Just, oh my gosh. Yeah. Mariah. I mean, y'all know Mariah and Janet are my 2 faves. And so they can do nothing wrong in my eyes, but when they do, I will call them out. But,
Exactly.
But anyway, but yeah.
I just want to say this.
Go ahead.
I just had a whole choking spell.
Girl, why did I did earlier too. I had to take some water and put my microphone on mute, girl.
I know. I just had to mute my mic. Like, are you about to die?
Girl, we getting excited. This is good stuff.
Girl. But yeah, I remember Make It Happen.
Yeah.
Because I think that's the one where they like the little boy was beating on a drum, right?
Yeah.
Beating on okay, yeah. Yeah, I do like that song.
Yeah.
But all of them, what's the one? Always Be My Baby.
Oh my! And then like
the original and the remix.
Yeah. And then Fantasy remix. I mean that changed the game remix wise right there with ODB on it.
Jermaine Dupri really pushed her career.
Absolutely.
To like, I think so. Unless you were just a Mariah Carey fan, well, I can't say that. I think Puffy and Jermaine Dupri did, because Puffy was on that Honey on that Butterfly album,
and he did the Fantasy remix.
So those remixes, even that White album, was that Rainbow? What was that album?
Rainbow, and she had like the tank top on or whatever.
DJ Clue, and Jay-Z. So
listen,
her urban, quote unquote, her urban songs are really what pushes her to the forefront. Like, those are the songs that really like get her the street cred that she got.
Oh yeah, and let me say this. I think that she's a true R&B artist. Let's keep it real.
Yeah, she is.
But I think because of her identity, her balance, she's on that pop spectrum too. But I never considered her a pop artist ever.
Well, I think Vision of Love set her on the pop. It was a more crossover song.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And that being her first single, and
then people trying to figure out what she was. Let's keep it real.
Yeah, nobody knew. Because that was a big conversation when she first came out. Like, Is she
she
black?
white?
Is
Is
she
she white?
mixed?
Yeah, is she
I
Mexican?
think
I
she
mean,
mixed. She mixed.
yeah.
She might be mixed.
That
You
plays a part
know.
in it too. Let's not keep it. Let's not
Oh yeah.
say it doesn't.
Yeah, so that was like, then you started to learn more about her life and her story. And it was like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
she is mixed, like for real.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that part, that vision of love is what really,
Put her in that pop.
I think
Realm.
that was the curliest we probably ever seen her hair.
Oh yeah, that's what. Yeah, yeah. That first album when because she didn't straighten her hair. I don't think until like it was a while when
Oh
you.
God, it was a while.
Yeah, cause she just but that was like I mean it just like she just got that perm done. I mean I know that's her natural hair texture, but it just looked like she just
Not
went
her.
because that just goes back to we didn't know what she was at the time, who she was.
Right.
But yeah, them curls were popping. You weren't gonna touch them wavy curls up in there. Mm-mm.
Yeah. Girl, but that definitely, she's definitely like I said, that baby doll.
Ugh.
Ooh, it's 2:11, and I'm stressing watching TV in my hotel suite. I know all them words.
And you can tell who's not true fans, but still try to throw shade and everything like that because they will refer to commercial songs. No, if you're a true fan and you want to really, get into, you can't say someone's an icon without knowing their whole catalog, their whole works, things like that. Because,
Hmm.
like you said, a lot of people may not, especially someone who's not into Mariah like that, they may not even never listen to the Baby Doll song. So now they may be like, oh, let me go
Please
check
go
that
listen
out.
to it, y'all.
Listen.
Check my service every second. At 2:10, you still didn't call me. I'm gonna
Just
leave my cell phone turned on in my purse by the bed.
just do yourself a favor and just
Just do
listen.
yourself a favor and go on and
Just
get it.
go ahead and get it. Just
Go listen to it.
stream it. Give my sis some coins. Just go ahead and do that.
Especially if you in love. Go on and listen to it. I'm telling you.
That's it. Child.
'Cause
Okay,
baby.
so now we're going to go to the big one. I know the
To the
big.
new divas. So now we gotta go to the new girls.
Yes, that's where I was going next. So let's say this. Now we talked about Janet, Whitney, Mariah,
Hmm.
who we grew up on
So
too
them
as
like the
well.
80s. Them the
Yeah,
80s
those are the
icons. So
80s,
now we got
early
to come into the
90s.
90s.
Let's talk about Brandy.
Yes,
Mm,
without question.
without question.
I wouldn't even bat an eye or think twice about it.
There's
Yes.
no way that you can't. I mean, just vocals alone. What she does with her voice is enough for me. But then she had an iconic television show.
Huh. First off, two.
Two. Yeah, I can't forget about Thea. Yeah, I can't forget
Hmm.
about Thea.
Hmm.
But she had Thea Moesha,
Uh-huh.
you know,
And a
uh,
reality show.
and a reality show. She was Cinderella,
Two.
a black Cinderella,
First one.
first one. Come on now. So, I mean, there's no doubt that you can't have the icon status without discussing Brandy Norwood. Just can't do it.
Hmm.
No. Mm-mm. She's called the vocal Bible for a reason.
Hello.
I mean, it's just not just a
She's a
title.
young version of Kim Burrell.
That's it. I never put that together, but yes.
Hmm. She is the new version.
Mm,
She can do things with her voice. And see
child.
what we find is that people see Whitney Houston, Fantasia, flat-foot singers,
Mm-hmm.
absolutely 100%.
Yeah.
But people seem to overlook the girls who have different tones.
Mm-hmm.
And if you can't sing like Whitney or carry notes like Fantasia,
Mm-hmm.
people seem to overlook you. So I think they overlook Brandy because of her low tone, her out
Yes.
low tone.
Yeah.
In this, people want you to be a soprano to
Mm-hmm.
like really get the recognition as a great
Yeah.
singer, and that's just not true.
Every note that you bell out is just strong, and it doesn't have
Yeah.
to be. Yeah. Okay, so here's another good one, and I got some things to say about this as well.
Uh-uh.
This person, I should say, Aaliyah.
So I would say yes,
Okay.
and I would say yes because we have to think about the vast career, like look at her career as a whole.
Mm-hmm.
She did movies, or movie. Was it movies or movie?
She did two movies that I know. Yeah,
Okay.
Romeo Must Die and Queen of the Damned.
Okay. So she was an amazing dancer.
Yes.
like hands down amazing dancer.
Mm-hmm.
And she was a great singer. I mean, I feel like she's a good singer.
I did
Again,
too. She was like Brandy.
yes,
Like
yes.
you knew what you knew the vocals that you were going to get from her, and it
And
was
she had
something special.
amazing songs.
Yes.
Like, y'all like 4-page letters, but have y'all ever listened to Never Coming Back on that same album?
See, that's what I'm saying. You got to get the whole catalog.
My God.
But I just
That's what I was waiting for them to release it. Honey, I played Never Coming Back so many times when that man let that album go. I had to give it a break. And now I'm going to be playing it again today because we done brought it up.
Listen. I mean, people, I mean, that's another, I'm glad you said that because how long were we anticipating the rest of her catalog to be released on so we can stream it finally?
I mean, you talking about dusting off, look, contemplating going to buy a CD player.
Child,
like
listen.
trying to put them in your DVD player.
Right.
Listen.
Just to listen to the whole album.
We was ever going to get to stream this music.
No.
It just didn't seem like it was going to happen.
No. And let me just say this. The sad thing about it, what she could have become if she was still alive right now, but we only had her here physically in a sense of us knowing her for just under 7 years.
Right.
That's crazy. Just within and of course, with her passing away and the way that she passed away and all of that stuff, you know, tragic within itself. So yeah,
right.
But just the mark that she left for people to still be talking about her today in the present tense.
Exactly.
You know, that says a lot. And just remember, she was only 21 when she passed away.
Oh my God, yeah, that was so sad.
Oh my gosh, I still would never forget that.
Never forget it. Me, Bart, and Tamara was in a car. I'll never forget that. We was driving somewhere and it came over the radio.
Yeah,
I'll never forget that.
Yeah, I can't. I was at a I was at a. I think I was like out at a karaoke bar or somewhere. I was somewhere, like I was out in public somewhere, and the DJ came over and said it. You know, at first it was just like, you know, there's been, you know, it's a rumor.
We knew it was an accident.
Yeah, we knew it was an accident. And then he came. Yeah, then it was like maybe 20 minutes later came back, and I was just like, and it was still like I think so many people walked around in shock for a long time. Like, nah.
Oh my God, yes. And so we cannot mention. Oh, but we got to say the other ones first. Let me wait. Monica.
Oh, now. Okay.
Also, that's a no.
Yeah, because it's too long of a pause.
We gave is the no.
And it's like you can. Okay, how do we explain Monica? Because
I can explain it because I just had a conversation with somebody about her.
Okay.
Was it you? No, I was talking to somebody about she's hood, like, but
she's your homegirl.
Somebody said, "Are we still doing this? Like, ain't she too old to be acting like that?"
I mean. Girl.
And it's kind of giving fake.
The people, I did a podcast on his, you know, what's going on with his situation, everything like that. You know, about his, him being, you know, in jail for murder that he said.
I watched you know, they did the guy from, so you know, First 48.
Yeah.
The Birmingham police.
Oh yeah, Chris. So
Chris is retired Birmingham officer. He has a show on ID. Is it called Reasonable Doubt? What is it called?
Yeah, Reasonable Doubt with that the attorney, the lady that yes, I watched that.
So I watched the C Murder episode.
I haven't seen that one yet.
Was it his ex-wife? Was it? I can't think if it was his wife, but somebody advocated saying that he was not guilty. So the way that the story played out, it did seem like he didn't actually do the shooting.
Yeah.
He was with the guys, and I believe the guy who got shot had a problem with C Murder. Like, it was something to that effect.
Like, his name was brought up in the situation, and he happened to be there, so they figured that
what they did was, so they all got in the car together, and it seems like the gun was thrown into the Mississippi River,
something like that. Yeah.
But he was in the car when that took place, from, if I'm remembering correctly, and so that is like the whole issue with him being tied up in it. I mean,
and I just don't think that's a good look for her. And I hate to say it. It's like, we know how much that they, because we were there during their relationship, even though they weren't very public, it was like before social media and the way things are right now when they were together. But I mean,
he was married.
He was married.
He had a wife.
There was a huge age difference between them, at the time. It's just like, it's very problematic. And I think her advocating for that now, the way that she's doing it, I just don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. I get it. Don't get me wrong. I get it. But for her to be who she is, it's on brand, but it's still a little too much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I can't consider Monica an icon because the only thing I can give Monica is that at 14 years old, she had a voice like a grown-ass woman. She had that same voice.
Yeah.
And she had good songs. I mean, Dallas Austin, Jermaine Dupri. I mean, she had some. I mean, so we're not going to take away the fact that
she's the young version of Whitney. She is a one-trick pony, too. If she has, somebody tell me. But I don't know Monica to be in any movies.
No, I mean, she has an iconic song with Brandy. But
can you count that?
Not just for her. I can't.
I think that's always the issue.
Yeah, is that it's with Brandy.
Because remember, her album was called "The Boy Is Mine."
Yeah, and Brandy named hers what? Never Say Never.
Never Say Never killed.
Listen.
It killed.
I mean, it came in with Angel in Disguise. I mean, you can't go wrong with that.
Oh, child.
I mean, that's how the damn album came in.
I find it quite strange how you mention her name.
Child.
Wow.
But I peeped that too back in the day. I was like, why would she name her album? I would have named it.
Because see, that was the issue.
Mm-hmm.
When people talked about The Boy Is Mine, they mentioned Brandy.
Yeah.
They said Brandy's song,
mm-hmm.
The Boy Is Mine. Because remember, The Boy Is Mine was released for Never Say Never.
Yeah. Yep. Because it was just Brandy. People don't know that, but that was just strictly Brandy's song at first.
Well, and I say release for Never Say Never because Brandy's team did a great job of that being her lead-in single.
Mm-hmm.
Monica thought that was her lead-in single,
mm-hmm.
But it didn't work out as well as it did for Brandy.
Right.
Because she didn't, I think she did Street Symphony. Because I remember seeing a video for Street Symphony.
Yeah, because wasn't C Murder in that video? Like, you couldn't really know.
It was about him.
Yeah, it was about him. Yeah.
Wasn't he already in jail, though?
I don't think so at that point. I don't think so. But
I think he might have been locked up.
Let's see. No, he was still out during that era because that's when they were dating.
Their breakup? That was like their breakup song.
I think so. Yeah, because I always said the album should have been named Street Symphony because that just fits her perfectly. I always said that album should have been named Street Symphony. It was the opening song, and it was a badass song. I love Street Symphony.
Oh my God, I love it.
I mean, so yeah, but that makes sense.
And it's funny you said that because that Street Symphony was the first song on that CD.
Mm-hmm.
And this is gonna sound so weird. I remember listening to that song with somebody,
mm-hmm.
and he was like, "Is this the first song on their album?" And I was like, why did you even say that? And he was like, because it sounds like a lead-in song.
Yeah.
And it was mm-hmm. a great song.
Yeah, because it came in real low and then the music kicked. Yeah, I mean, the music
was phenomenal.
Phenomenal. You could just listen to an instrumental.
The words to the song were amazing.
Listen.
Is it the streets of me?
Listen, that's all I need to know.
Because you wasn't there for me.
Mm-hmm.
Never thought I'd be afraid to trust somebody that I love so much.
That part.
Listen.
Yeah, I always say she should have named that
music buff. I just don't be.
Girl, listen, speaking of which, we were doing a sound check before we started recording a few weeks ago, and she couldn't hear me at first, so I was turning my mic up, and she kept saying, turn up some more. Turn up some more. And so I'm turning it up. And she was like, no, girl, I can hear you. She was like, that was from Aaliyah. I was like, you know what? And I'm sitting there just turning up like,
I did.
I was like, I cannot stand you.
From 4-page letter.
Yes.
A little bit more.
And she just kept doing it. I was like, girl, I was thinking to myself,
I
like, you
have
still
a
can't hear
tendency
me.
to do that in conversation. Like people will say stuff, and I will just like
I
say a
wasn't
line from a
ready.
song or from a movie.
Girl, I was not ready, and I died. And I was like, you know what?
Hey, because I used to love that CD. I'm telling you.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Hey, that was the height of me being in love.
Child, listen, that came out when we were like what, 16?
16. I'm telling you.
Child.
My mama got so sick of me talking on the phone to that boy, she put a new phone line in my room.
Like, you're gonna tie up my line.
Hey, that was before you could get a cell phone.
Right.
So
You
she
had
was
to have
like,
your own
look,
line.
just a whole new line in your bedroom. Because you
Okay.
and that nigga ain't gonna talk on my phone all day.
Child, listen.
Girl.
That is what. Yeah. So Monica, you know, like, I mean, she has some moments,
I can't even
but
give Monica an honorable mention. If we
no, honestly, no. I mean, you know, and you know, we're just keeping it real. That's all it is.
Nah. So then, dun, 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 dun.
Uh-oh, I know who this is.
Who is it? Oh,
Beyonce.
oh, fuck! I forgot about her.
Oh,
I was talking about.
okay,
I was talking about Ashanti and Sierra.
Oh,
I mean, I think it's obvious that Beyonce would be considered an icon.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's. She has done movies.
yeah,
She has done. She can dance her ass off.
ass off. She writes her
she
stuff.
is-
She produces. She directs her tours. I mean,
she got it.
yeah. So
She's like Janet.
yeah, yes.
I ain't saying her vocals is all like sing you down to the floor, but she
Right.
do got some powerful. She has belted out some powerful notes on Listen.
Oh my gosh.
She belted out powerful notes on Listen.
My favorite song of hers is Love on Top.
Oh my God, yes.
That's my favorite song of Beyonce because I
Yes.
mean, just the vocals were perfect to me. The lyrics were perfect. I mean,
Yes, so
sang
she has the vocal
Yeah.
ability to like. I think she would be one of those people that, like I said, you don't even bat an eye. It's just
right.
a yes.
Yeah, definitely.
I was gonna say
So you said Ashanti. Let's go with Ashanti first.
Ashanti and Sierra are the two that, and Sierra is the person who caused all this confusion.
And I got some stuff to say about Sierra. So who you want to talk about first?
Let's just do Ashanti.
Okay, because I mean I got something to say about both of them, but I got some real specific to say about Sierra. So go ahead, let's talk about Ashanti. So
I think
I
Ashanti
love
would-
Ashanti.
I do too. I think she came out at a time where we were like, oh, you know, who was this?
Right.
And she came consistently.
And the thing about it was she had her own music, but we didn't know what she was doing behind the scenes.
Exactly.
So that's scary.
She's
right
an
there.
amazing writer.
Child. Background
You know,
vocals.
she knows what she's doing.
Mm-hmm.
And even though they didn't showcase her dancing a lot, I don't think, she is like a professionally trained dancer.
Oh yeah, she talked about
That's
that.
why
in
she got
interviews
such a
before.
good body. She got a dancer's body. So, you know, I think she,
because her music wasn't really like dance music. You know what I mean? Like
no.
it wasn't like she was going to give you like a Rhythm Nation.
No,
where you need
just
all
a
this
couple
choreo-
bops.
Exactly.
Just a couple bops,
Yeah. But
you know.
but she could, don't get it twisted. She can dance her ass off.
Yeah, she can dance. Like, I mean, even what is her mom, where they do, I think she did like jazz, tap.
She's like Maya.
Ballet.
Maya's a professionally trained dancer, and but she was
Exactly.
able to bring that into her music.
Yeah.
You know, because of the type of songs that she did, but Ashanti wasn't able to give us all of that. But,
Yeah.
but she's trained like in so many different genres of
Right.
dance.
So I think Ashanti, like, based on her hits
Mm-hmm.
and her writing ability, I don't know if that makes you an icon though.
If people
And
don't,
I'm saying compared to the women that we're discussing.
right, and see, and I get that, because if you don't know, then
She's an honorable mention,
yeah,
maybe.
yeah, and
Kind of
obviously,
like Stephanie Mills and Regina Bell. Like,
yeah,
they got amazing voices.
because I'm not going to think of icon and think of Ashanti. I hate to say it, you know, she's going to be someone who I'm like, yes, you know, that's my girl. I can't wait for her to release music. I'm gonna listen to her old music. I know she wrote this. I know
Right.
she did background vocals for this, or front vocals if you were J-Lo. You know, so oh, you know, I'm gonna tear J-Lo up, but yeah. So I would definitely, child. I'm just saying,
Front vocals.
front, not lead, but front.
Front vocals.
Front vocals, baby.
Damn.
So I'm just saying. So but yeah, so she definitely would be an honorable mention, I will say.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Okay. Sierra,
Sierra.
who set all of this off.
Absolutely.
Okay. Now let me say this about Sierra, because I know that you really want to get into that too, but I think Sierra, this is my personal opinion, I think Sierra missed her mark on becoming an icon when she messed up one performance.
That Sierra messed up on a performance. Let me say, okay, so what mark did she miss? What performance did she mess up on?
Okay, now let me say this. Everybody was waiting for her moment because people had been years. Britney Spears and oh, that's a whole nother subject, Britney, because I think Britney's an icon, but that's a
I
whole
did
nother
too.
thing. So, but Britney and Sierra were the next Janet Jacksons, and I hate that next. I hate them comparing like Usher's the next Michael Jackson, Chris Brown's the
Oh,
next Usher.
yeah.
I hate that because first of all, that's diminishing their talents,
Right.
but there will never be
Right.
another. Let them have their own space. But that's what people were, pumping them up to be, especially Sierra, because she was a sister. She, worked with Jermaine Dupri at the time when
Right.
Janet and Jermaine were doing their thing, whatever. So there was a tribute to Janet I believe it was at the BET Awards. But anyway, it was some performance, and everybody was waiting. They said, see, they heard Sierra was performing on this tribute. We were like, she's going to kill it. This is going to be her moment where she's just going to show the world, yes, I can hang in there with Janet.
Right.
She did 2 songs. It was like a medley, and one of them was If. She did not bring it.
Oh.
And not saying she didn't do a good job, because that's Sierra. I mean, Sierra's going to do what she did, but she did not nail that routine like we know she could have. It was like she was almost scared. And I think that's and I think that's when people were like, okay, and not me per se, but this is what I remember people saying at the time. They were disappointed in her performance at that tribute. They were like, this is your opportunity to show people that not only can you hang with Janet, but you can bring your Sierra flavor to it too. And I think that she missed the mark on that performance. But that's just my opinion right there. I think that one performance is what really just kind of was like, okay, she could dance her ass off. She got some cute songs, everything like that. But but go ahead.
Right. Right. So, well, I didn't really think about that performance.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't never thought about her about to be no Janet Jackson either, so they could have kept that.
No tea, yeah.
But I do think of her when I think of Aaliyah.
Hands down.
I think of her when I think of Aaliyah because Missy and Timberland had such high hopes for Aaliyah.
Mm-hmm.
And Sierra served as the creative who they could put that juice through.
Right.
And
they were her new Aaliyah. No disrespect to Sierra, because she's Sierra, but that's the mindset.
But yeah, that's how it kind of carried forth with her dancing. And I will say this, no shade to Aaliyah. I think Sierra is a better dancer than Aaliyah, because if you pay attention to what Aaliyah did, most of her dances were choreographed.
Yeah, that's true.
Those were Fatima's moves that Aaliyah was, But Sierra is a natural dancer, and you could tell from 1-2 Step.
Oh yeah.
That she is a natural dancer. She's another one who has like an athletic body, who was like a dancer trained, like so they have those moves.
Oh, her body is sick. Even after 2 kids, her body is sick. Yeah,
so she definitely, I would say I would put her in the same category when I think of Aaliyah. Because you don't always think of a strong vocal, and that's the thing why I can't call you an icon. Just because your vocals, because I feel like an icon, you have to look at the total person.
That's what I always thought.
The total being of who she is.
Yeah.
And Whitney Houston was a good actress. So I call her a one-trick pony when it comes to singing,
Mm-hmm.
but she was an amazing
Yeah, she
actress.
did different types of movies. So yeah,
Yeah.
so she could show you that she was versatile there.
Yes, Patti LaBelle, an amazing actress.
Mm-hmm.
She's not only an amazing actress, she's funny.
Yes.
Like she's funny, like a comedian, not a comedian, like a stand-up comic,
Mm-hmm.
but she's good in comedic
Yeah,
roles.
she got good comedic timing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So uh, that makes her an icon because she's not just a one-trick pony. Not only
Mm-hmm.
can she sing her face off, not only can she her fashions on points,
Mm-hmm.
she's an amazing cook.
Mm-hmm.
She is good at so many things, but she's also a good actress.
Right.
So we just haven't seen versatility from some of these people. I don't think we'll ever see Ashanti sing. I don't think that will
No.
ever be something we'll come. Excuse me, not sing, but act.
Act,
I don't
yeah.
ever think that will be something we'll come across because
She did one movie and that little teeny bop movie from back in the day. I never
oh,
watched it.
we hate
It was
what
like
is
some
it?
guy's name or something.
We hate Charlie something
Something,
or
yeah.
Die Adam somebody or something
Something,
like that.
yeah. Yeah, one of them goofy names.
Yeah, one of them teeny bop movies.
Yeah, and that was the only thing I remember her in. So that's very interesting that you said that. Like yeah, she
Mm-mm.
hasn't done anything else. She hasn't done any TV
Because she
shows.
can't act.
Right.
Some people, you know, that they're not good, just they don't have good social presence as a human being.
Yeah, and she's smart to stay in her lane.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So I think did we covered everybody?
Oh yeah, yeah. We definitely covered
I don't
everybody.
talk about
Yeah.
these new girls because I don't know them.
I don't know them.
They have
No.
and 90% of them is manic depressive, so I'm
I
not gonna address
mean
them.
that part. I mean it's just like it, and and two, they haven't been
And
around
yes, we
long.
didn't mention Jennifer Hudson on purpose.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, we're not going there. That's not even. Yeah.
Y'all feel how y'all want to feel about her. That's
Mm.
amazing. I didn't bring her up on purpose. I can
Yeah.
tell you that.
Honestly, I didn't even think about putting her in this category, and that's no shade. It's just like it's just because that just. I mean,
If somebody don't get her Broadway career together, like I don't understand what people are doing with her. What are they doing to her?
that's where she needs to be, and maybe
She
one day
she
she'll
would be the
realize that.
strongest black woman on Broadway.
She could be another Stephanie Mills, or I can't think of the one lady. She was on Finding Your Roots not too well this past season, but she's like a Broadway phenomenon. This black lady, and it's like I've seen her like in movies too, but Broadway is her thing.
I don't get it. Like,
That's where she needs to be. It's like now you got your talk
and I
show,
wonder is she
do
fighting it
Broadway.
or is it her people? Like, who's fighting that?
I don't know because I think
Because that you would kill. Like, you would. I don't understand it for the
yeah.
life of me because whoever is lying to you and telling you that you are making good R&B music,
Mm-hmm.
it hurts my heart to believe that somebody telling you that.
The only song of hers I like, no shade, but it's just the truth, is Spotlight. And that was like what her very first, maybe not her very first single, but it was one of her earlier singles, and I just like the song.
And that's not R&B.
Truly, it was more poppy. Yeah.
That's like pop. And you remix that and throw a little house beat on it. Now you got something. You got something, girl.
Come
But
on.
baby, that ain't R&B.
Don't make me get out my DJ controller and throw some house music on top of that
Put
song.
some house music on that. That's gonna be a song that's gonna kill.
Yes.
But it is not for the R&B.
No.
It's not.
No. And she's
They
a
want
household
you to really
name.
go toe to toe with Fantasia so bad
I mean,
because I
there's
really
no-
feel like they were so mad that she lost,
Mhm.
and they really didn't want Fantasia to win.
Right.
And Fantasia can sing better than you. I'm sorry,
Mhm.
she can.
Yep.
I'm sorry.
I mean, she can.
God give everybody, we all got a gift.
That's it.
You got a voice too. It just ain't the same as Fantasia.
No. And the thing is, like, you can sing as strong as you want to. You can sing as loud as you want to, because that's just like I said, I never saw the Aretha movie because I just had a feeling that she was going to be yelling the whole time. And I ain't got time for that. Thing
Now,
about
y'all say, I'm sorry.
No, you're
Okay.
fine. But the thing about that is that you can sing strong, but she has no control over her voice. None.
None. Zero.
And that bothers me about her, because it's just like you can sing your face off, but you can't control it. That's why she did I Am Telling You so well, because she didn't do
Thank
it.
you.
She didn't do it as well as Jennifer Holiday, but she did her
She
thing.
didn't do it as well as Whitney Houston. That day she sung at the
At the
Grammys, and she
Grammys.
did that melody
YouTube that,
with
please. YouTube that.
Porgy and Bess.
Yes.
And I'm telling
Do
you,
yourselves a favor and YouTube
and I
it.
have nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And if you'd like to hear it, there's a CD, and I bought it just for that song. Look, y'all don't play with me about music. I bought that
Okay.
just for that melody.
That's
It's
it.
10 minutes long, and it's the best 10 minutes you ever gonna spend in your life.
Right. But her
But she didn't sing it better than, because let me tell you how good Whitney Houston sung that. Jennifer Hudson was what's her name?
Jennifer Holiday. Oh, she was pissed. She was.
Because
I
she went on
remember
Entertainment
that.
Tonight after that, and was like, oh, she thinks just because she had a baby, and she think, oh, she just a woman now, she can just sing my song. Oh, baby, because Whitney killed it,
Baby, that
on the Grammy stage.
I forgot all about that. Jennifer Holiday was done.
She was livid.
Listen,
because Whitney tore that song up.
That was like when Beyonce sang "At Last" at the inaugural ball for the first time President Obama was elected, and Etta James went in.
She was livid. That's when you know a bitch sing a song. When the bitch who originally sings the song come for your throat, you did a good job.
And see, the shade is to Jennifer Hudson that Jennifer Holiday shared a stage with her, so obviously she knew that you didn't.
She was not threatened by you.
I'm done.
She didn't think twice about it. She said, "Come up here, little bitch. Let me show you how it's done."
And then people forgot
when
Jennifer Hudson
Whitney
was on
sung that song, she had a whole sucker attack on national TV.
Ain't nobody seen Jennifer Holiday in years, and she came up there pissed.
Honey, it was like they resurrected the dead. What did he say at the paper at Color Purple? The dead has arisen. Okay,
dead has arisen.
Because we hadn't seen no hair, no hide of her, and she came from the ashes.
Oh shit!
And said, "Wait a damn minute." Who told her to sing my song?
Child, she did. She went in on Whitney, and Whitney was
just
just
mad,
like,
baby,
all the way to the bank.
I'm gonna listen to it when we get off of here.
I'm gonna have to pull that up too, because I forgot all about it.
Child, don't worry. I'm gonna go. What you got? Tidal or Apple Music?
Apple.
I'm gonna send it right to you.
Oh shit!
I'm gonna get it to you.
Please do.
Because I'm gonna tell you that 10 minutes is gonna bless you.
Mm-hmm. It's
and
everything.
You're gonna see why Jennifer was shooken.
Yeah. Yes.
Ooh, this was a good little podcast.
It was. This was cute.
So next episode is the season finale.
It's the season finale. So
we pray y'all don't do nothing stupid next week, because we don't want to talk about it.
We want to have fun again. Yeah, we want to have fun. You know, let's keep it light, especially for the season finale. But you know, if y'all's cousins out here acting a fool, we're gonna let you know.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Girl.
Yeah, I had something to say, but we've been on here long enough. I ain't gonna say nothing.
Okay.
You know. I had to put. No, I'm gonna say it.
Go ahead. Yeah, you might as well.
I always try to leave with a word of encouragement when we get off.
Yeah.
And when the mood strikes me, I try to do the right thing. So let me say this: I put a post up this week on my Facebook page, and I don't like to really play on there no more because y'all make me sad sometimes. And I have this week particularly, I have been seeing so many posts from men, and really I've been seeing it for months and years.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it just reached a head because I saw the same man make 2 different posts in a week concerning a baby mama or a relationship.
Oh Lord.
And my post basically said, men, stop hurting these women. So when these women leave you alone and put up boundaries, you can stop spilling your guts on the internet. Go to that woman and say to her, it hurt my feelings when you did this. Or it hurt my feelings when you said this. We're too old for you to be not, communicating with the person that you're in a relationship with. Or for that matter, anybody who's wronged you. I say that to say, I want us to work on our communication. I want us to be mindful that these people on the internet do not give a damn about you.
I mean,
once you express your feelings in an open forum that way, you have simply become entertainment to these people. And don't be somebody else's laughing.
Right.
Don't be the laughing stock of somebody else's, joke or some shit like that. Don't do that to yourself.
And I'm gonna say I'm a witness to that because that happened to me firsthand. I got real pissed off with somebody, and I posted something, and from then it took off, and people were in my
Child, and we
inbox
almost
and
all
her.
had to kill the girl. I mean,
Listen,
yeah, don't do it.
yeah.
Don't do it because,
So don't
and
do it.
you're right. I'm glad you brought that up because it does, and then it creates. It did become something that it didn't need to be, and I don't necessarily blame you. I blame the people around the situation because that is what people do.
Yeah. What's that?
Just people are quick to want to be your friend and laugh with you and joke with you, but as soon as you become the joke, you become the fucking joke.
Exactly. What's that? Then I posted a video earlier this week with the church mothers singing "Keep Your Business Off of Facebook."
Yep. Yeah. Like, stop, y'all.
Because you become the joke after you can have the best intentions of the world, but after a while, you become the joke.
You do. Like, it's why I rarely listen. I share information on my Facebook page, on all pages. Honestly, people probably like, "What's wrong with Keisha? You never see her." I don't want to see her.
I mean,
with all due respect.
That right there.
And I just wanted to stay quiet because I want you to know I meant it. I meant it. I love y'all from a distance.
And I said I'm about to play a game called Watch Danielle's Algorithm Drop because I haven't really been on there posting like that. Everything I post basically comes from Instagram.
Yeah.
And, and I'm about to stop just strictly posting, like personal stuff. And I'm not talking about my business. I'm just talking about like, family things or stuff like that on my personal page. And I'm about to just start. So there's not going to be a lot being posted on there, but I'm about to start posting on my business pages strictly, and we're going to see how many people pay attention.
And there's that.
And I'm not doing it for a test. That's just what I want to do for my brand.
Exactly. Yeah, it's just time to we'll talk about it next time. Okay. You guys have a great week.
Yes.
Stay blessed. You know where to reach us, girl_what on Instagram. From that page you can reach us at DannieBSpeaks and Wellness in Women. We hope that you have a great week. We will be back next week with the season finale.
Yes, ma'am.
Enjoy.
Take care, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye.